Hey everyone, it's time for another review. You guys said you enjoyed our last review, and since it's Civil War time, I thought, why not talk about this Captain America 3 everyone's all giggly about? So what do you say? Let's get to it.
Captain America, he's having a civil war, and now it's time to review.
Alright. So have you heard about this Captain America 3? Probably not. It's kind of under the radar. Hasn't really advertised much. It's kind of low-key. Hasn't held press screenings like a month before its release. Oh, it has? Huh. Wonder why that is. But movie politics aside, Avengers 2.5, the age after Ultron, Civil War, is here and the verdict is in. It's full of fun, full of characters, and full of lots and lots of super friends fighting one another. So if that interests you, then there's probably a very high chance you will enjoy this movie. There's really not much to say that you probably haven't already heard about this movie. It's got everyone. It's got Ant-Man, it's got Iron Man, it's got Hawkeye, it's got Spider-Man, it's got Black Panther, it's got Falcon, it's got Scarlet Witch, it's got Black Widow, it's got War Machine. Everyone is in this movie except, Pepper Potts and Thor and Hulk and now Wasp, I guess, and Nick Fury. Okay, not everybody is in this movie, but it does have a lot. But isn't it the best? Isn't it the greatest superhero movie ever? Well, those sound like trick questions if you ask me, so I'm gonna answer, absolutely it's the best. High fives to you. Go spend your money with happiness, Marvel connoisseur. Marvel rules. But the thing is, Marvel does rule, actually. Civil War is like the 13th movie in the entire MCU. Side note, MCU stands for Massive Cankled Unicorns. Not many people know that. It's not true. It sounds awesome. Cankled unicorns, you guys. The MCU has a very impressive, steady track record, and this current generation is growing up watching it. Like Star Wars and Harry Potter, the MCU has so many stories for us to feel a part of. Granted, MCU movies tend to all be the same, where there's like a bad guy, big explosion, and nobody important ever dies. So it's arguable that maybe they are repeating a certain formula here, but you can't blame them if everyone is actually okay with the recipe. So why do people think Civil War is the best? Because it is awesome. Because Spider-Man is finally with Disney. With Marvel. Because Black Panther is really cool. Because it's funny when it can be and serious when it should be. Because just everything. And those things are absolutely true. This movie nails all of the things it needs to do right. The Russo brothers have proven they can make some great superhero cinema, so no complaints there. So why does this movie feel slightly missed and overly praised to me?
Because you're trained to pick apart movies now, and it's harder to just sit back and enjoy a fun movie?
Maybe. But I actually enjoyed Civil War a lot, so I don't think I'm just being a negative Nancy all the time. But something did feel missing in Civil War, so let's get into that. I'm gonna throw up a spoiler warning soon because I really don't know how to talk about this movie without going into specific details. So if you haven't seen the movie, then I say go check it out. This movie's fun and it's cool. There are plenty of surprises that you don't want to have ruined for you before you see it, so go check it out and then come back, okay? Now, for the rest of us who've already seen it, let's get to it.
Spoilers ahead! Have on your eyes, children!
Okay, here we go. First, I just gotta get this out of the way. I can't believe they killed Ant-Man. I'm just kidding, I just did that to freak out anyone who didn't stop the video in time to avoid spoilers. It's okay, everyone, he doesn't die. Falcon does. I'm kidding. Okay, fine, I'm getting off track. Let's get to the review. What did I like about the film? It's hard to not like a movie like this. It's so fun, and the action is extremely well executed. It has some fantastic action sequences. They are just punching each other, kicking each other, jumping off buildings, outrunning cars on foot, flying through the air, using their, quote, mutant powers. The action is real, and it is a whole lot of fun to watch. Captain America's action, for some reason, feels way more raw than other MCU movies. I think this is because of the hand-to-hand element. Iron Man, can fly around and just tank missile up the joint, but Cap's always on the ground, so there's a lot more hand-to-hand fighting, and this movie really pours it on.
Tell me, what did you think about Spider-Man?
I liked him. Oh, you wanted to hear more. What can I say? The kid nailed it. Tom Holland just steps in and takes the role instantly, which is probably pretty easy to do when you've got Tony Stark hosting the introduction to the audience. Peter Parker is only in this film for a little while, sort of like an Avengers tryout that also conveniently balances Iron Man's team against Captain America's. But every time Spider-Man is on screen, it's just perfect. Spider-Man holds his own, but he's also not flawless in a fight. It's great. He's making jokes and Star Wars references. He's basically just doing everything right for a guy like me to go, I like this Spider-Man. He's a good Spider-Man, yes. Make more with that Spider-Man. Make more now. So, 2 thumbs up for that.
What about Black Panther? This is my question voice. I don't know why I'm doing this.
I don't know anything about Black Panther in regards to the comics, so I can't say whether or not they nailed it for the screen. I'll leave that to the professionals who follow his series, but I can say that I thought they did a fantastic job introducing a brand new character and making us care about his motivation. He doesn't seem to have any weaknesses right now, so he is a little overpowered. He's just cool. But Chadwick Boseman was really great. I'm immediately looking forward to more Black Panther. What did you think of the story? Okay, so here's where I start to drift from the everything is awesome category. I had a hard time getting behind the Civil War aspect of this movie. Perhaps there was just too much new stuff being brought to the table with new characters and returning characters alike, that the concept of them actually having to choose a side felt a little rushed. Like, why is Hawkeye even on Cap's side? He's got a family, really. Why would he care about this issue if he's choosing retirement? And Iron Man's entire motivation at the first is all because of one lady making him feel bad in a hallway. That's enough to fight your buddy with lethal weapons for having a different opinion on the matter? Seems a little extreme. You realize if they just chose to not fight each other over the Accords, the only fighting would be between Bucky and Black Panther for the first half of this movie. That's the real story happening here, and that's the stuff that makes this movie interesting. This Captain America movie is actually about how Bucky is being used by an otherwise forgettable villain. It's also about putting as many superheroes in the fight scene together, making Spider-Man and Ant-Man look awesome with the Avengers, but the real story is Bucky and the villain. So the villain is Zemo, and he was sort of a mixed bag for me the first time I watched the movie. Second viewing, much better. Always watch movies twice, you guys. I liked the Zemo story because he isn't your typical destroy/rule the world kind of villain. He just wants vengeance for losing his family. Vengeance seems to be the repeating theme in this movie. Everyone is upset for losing someone important, and everyone wants someone to pay for the things done wrong, no matter who is really to blame. I bet even whoever owns that plane in the airport battle is now like, Ant-Man! You smashed my plane! Justice must be done! It is, as Vision says, a catastrophe. Everyone's losing sight of the bigger picture, and that's exactly why those Accords are massive cankle unicorn manure patties. Oh yeah, I brought it back. But all of this rage and vengeance is why the villain Zemo even gets his wish to turn the Avengers against each other. So I wasn't on board with any of that at first. I mean, even the airport battle was amazing, but it still felt lacking because if they're not gonna actually kill one another, it just feels like you're just telling me they're all equals, and this is all just filler until a much more important scene that follows later. The drama felt really forced until the end with Cap, Bucky, and Stark. This movie repeats stories of people who have lost someone important, but the audience doesn't care about any of it until Zemo reveals the big surprise when Tony finds out.
Surprise, your dad is Roger Sterling from Mad Men. What?
No, that's not the surprise, it's just really cool. The real surprise is finding out that Bucky was the one who killed Stark's parents. When that happened, to me, that's when the movie finally got serious. Now it's personal. Now the Civil War is real. And then, surprise, Captain America knew all along? Oh crap, now Tony hates both of you, and now he's fighting with furious anger. Minus Nick Fury. And man, that fight was intense. I had no idea how it was going to play out, because leading up to this point, I actually thought Cap was going to maybe sacrifice himself to save his friend. This could be it. But it doesn't play out that way. They keep you guessing, is Bucky gonna die? Is Iron Man gonna die? Is Captain America gonna die? There's this moment where they make you think Captain America might actually kill Tony Stark because he is beating the heck out of his suit. He's ripped his mask off. They make it look like Cap might actually kill Stark, but he doesn't. He stabs his mighty shield right into the chest of Iron Man, smashing the arc reactor, and wins the battle. And Cap's like, too bad you got to yield to this mighty shield! Bam! That would be really cheesy and probably ruin the scene, so I'm glad he didn't say that. But Captain America actually defeats Iron Man right through the chest, which I wonder if Iron Man fans are okay with this, because I'm just saying, if the movie was called Iron Man Civil War, Captain America and Bucky might be dead right now. But they aren't dead, because nobody dies in these movies, except Quicksilver and Coulson, who isn't dead, and maybe Odin? Gosh, there's so many stories. And that's my biggest hang up with this movie. There is no real consequence with the main cast. We all thought Rhodey was gonna die, and then he didn't. Captain America's team was all arrested, and then they got broken out at the last second. Even when the movie made it look like a new page has turned, and now Cap and Iron Man are forever split, Cap sends him a phone and says, "Hey bro, I know you're pissed, but I'm always there for you. Call me sometime." BT dubs, I'm totally hanging out with Black Panther now, so I'm probably gonna get a new shield. So you can totally keep the one that your dad gave me.
Peace!
Roll credits tease the Spider-Man movie. So in the end, I thought Civil War was great fun, like a big mid-season finale to an awesome show that's in its prime. It's super satisfying if you've been watching up to this point, but you've got to watch all the previous episodes to really appreciate why it's awesome. The message in the movie seemed to be more pro-Cap than Iron Man. If you have the ability to help someone, then you should help them. Otherwise, whatever happens is on you. I thought that was a cool message to get behind. But I would never sign those accords. No way. Team Cap, to the end of the line. Thanks again for watching. I hope this was somewhat entertaining. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Civil War, or if you'd like to share your opinion on these reviews, please let us know what else you'd like to see from us. This is a fun change in style and I'd like to make more, but I don't want to waste your time, so let me know what you think. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to follow us on the Instagram, the tweets, the Facebook, all that stuff, and we'll see you next time. Bye!